Assalamu alaikum. I hope so you guys are doing well. So today the topic that I'm going to discuss with you guys is PA view of chest X-ray. So what does this PA word means? This means posterior anterior view. So this is known as posterior anterior view because as you guys can see over here, there is this person standing and facing its back over here. This is the posterior side. This is the X-ray tube. So the back is facing the X-ray tube. So the rays are going to come from the posterior, and this film plate is on the anterior. So the rays are going to come from posterior and form a shadow on the anterior film plate placed anteriorly. Okay, so now what basically, okay, so this is the diagram that you guys, this is the chest X-ray that you guys are going to see on the film plate. Okay, so we are going to first discuss this part, then we are going to discuss the peripheral areas, and then this one. So this one is the trachea. This entire is a trachea. This shadow, this black one, this is a trachea. This one is the spinous processes. These are the circular portions are the spinous processes. Okay, then this one is the aortic knob. This is the carina. So how come I know that this part is the carina? So there is this hilar marking and this hilar markings. So this part is going to be the carina. So what basically is carina? So carina is when the trachea divides into two parts, the right main bronchus and the left main bronchus. So the part where it divides is known as the carina. Okay, then we have this is the right ventricle, this is the left ventricle, and here is going to be the left atrium, and here is going to be the right atrium. Okay, so these shadows are the right hilum and the pulmonary arteries. These are the left hilum and the pulmonary artery. Okay, so now this one is the costocardiac angle, because this is the heart and this is the costal part. So costocardiac angle. This is the right hemidiaphragm because it is present above the diaphragm, so it is the right hemidiaphragm. The left hemidiaphragm, right hemidiaphragm is a little above than the left hemidiaphragm. This is because of the liver present just beneath this diaphragm, and here is going to be a gastric bubble which is of the stomach. So stomach is on the left side, so you guys are normally going to see a bubble over here. This is going to be the costodiaphragmatic recess. So these are important, these recesses are important because if any fluid is going to accumulate as in or any air is going to accumulate in the lungs, so these angles are going to get blunt. So there is, the pathology can be seen over here. So these are very important that you guys should know about these two angles. Okay, then this one is the clavicle, the right and the left. This is the scapula. This is a scapula. Okay, and this is the humerus, and this bone is the humerus. Okay, this shadow is of the breast shadow. This one is also the shadow of the breast. So now let's discuss it in a bit detail. Okay, so in this diagram we are going to count the different bones as well. So let's start from the center. So this one is the trachea, this a little black one, this is the trachea, and these, okay, now let's start over here from this structure is the first, this one is going to be the vertebra. So this is the first thoracic vertebra, this is the second thoracic vertebra, this is the third thoracic vertebra, fourth thoracic vertebra, fifth thoracic vertebra, similarly sixth thoracic vertebra, this is the seventh thoracic vertebra, eighth thoracic vertebra, ninth thoracic vertebra, and 10th. And there is a very good trick about to know that if you guys cannot count these very clearly, sometimes the x-ray is not that clear. So if you cannot count it, so just see this linings, the hemidiaphragm. So these are actually at the level of 10. So this is going to be the thoracic 10th thoracic vertebra. Simple is that this is going to be the 11th thoracic vertebra, and this is the 12th thoracic vertebra. Really simple. So we just counted the vertebrae. Very easy. Okay, now let's count the ribs. Alright, so this was the first thoracic vertebra. So attached to it is first rib. Alright, second thoracic vertebra. This is going to be the second rib. So these shadows that you guys can see, the oblique shadows, these are the ribs that are coming anteriorly and attaching over here. So this is the first thoracic vertebra. So first rib, this is the second rib. Similarly, the next shadow is this is the third rib. Alright, then there is a fourth rib, then there is a fifth rib, sixth rib, seventh rib, eighth rib, ninth rib. So total ninth rib you can count on both sides. Similarly, this one was the first thoracic vertebra. Then this is going to be the first rib. This is the first rib. This is the second rib, third rib, fourth rib, fifth rib, sixth rib. Similarly, like that. So these are the shadows. All right. Okay. We have counted the ribs, we have counted the vertebral columns, we know that this is the trachea. Okay, these are the clavicles, both of these are the clavicles. Then this and these are the scapula, right scapula, left scapula. Okay, now let's study about these structures. All right, so this one here is the aortic knob or the aortic knuckle, and it is on the left side. And then this part, okay, the aortic arch is going to descend over here, so this means that this is the thoracic aorta. Okay, so so here this is going to be the carina point. All right, so this is the carina point. The trachea is going to divide into two. So these are the hilar markings, so I know that the trachea divided somewhere over here. This is going to be the carina. So here is going to be the the left pulmonary artery, and here is going to be the right pulmonary artery, and the hilar markings over here on both sides. This is going to be this is the right atrium, this is the right ventricle, this the entire is the right ventricle, this is the left ventricle, and this is the left atrium over somewhere over here. All right, so next, this is the costocardiac angle, the costodiaphragmatic angle, costocardiac angle, costodiaphragmatic angle. All right, so here you guys can see ribs as well, very important. I'm emphasizing it again and again. These are very important. You guys should know how to count these just follow the markings, very simple. These are the ribs. Okay, next. Okay, so here this is the liver, this is the diaphragm, this is the liver beneath it, and here you guys can see a small bubble. So this means that this is stomach, so stomach is going to be on the left side. So I hope you guys have understood something. It was just a brief introduction on the different structures present on the chest x-ray that a person should know. In the next video I'll tell you about in detail about this, how to read a chest x-ray. Thank you so much for being with me, and if you guys have learned something from me, then do subscribe my channel and do support me by liking and commenting on it. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.